Okay, so let's get ready to begin. As usual, check surroundings. If you need something for support, please feel to do so. Don't move into pain, so anything hurts. Avoid the area or just do less of it. Okay, so let's just do our warm up. Okay, we're just going to be still march on the spot or move in any way you prefer. Just anything that can get your heart pumping a little faster, get your body a little bit warmer. Let more people in. Okay, just keep marching. Okay, let's just also move kind of globally or just kind of move in a big motion. Okay, so just kind of move the shoulders in a circle, kind of gradually move your spine as well. So kind of lift your chest up as you pull your shoulders back, lightly slouch forward as you move your shoulders forward as well. Okay, move your neck a little bit as well. So you can look down slightly, look up slightly. We're just going to do multiple joints first, and then we're going to go do like individual joints afterwards. Okay, and let's also turn our body. So lift your chest up, stay a little taller first, and then try to rotate your shoulders, move your hips a little bit. Okay, so just keep going. See if you can reach behind your hips. Okay, a little bit of side bending. We're just going to lift one arm up, breathing in. As you reach up, gradually see if you can reach a little bit further across the midline. Okay, let's march the feet a little bit wider apart. Just to use different parts of the leg and hip muscles. See if you can almost just shift also side to side a little bit. Kind of stand a little bit balance on one leg for maybe half a second to a second if you feel comfortable. Okay, slowly see if you can bend your knees as you shift your weight. Okay, stand front to back a little bit, shifting your body weight forward and back. Okay, slowly see if you can lift your knee up and pull your heel up as you shift your weight forward and back. Okay, and if you can, see if you can also just bend and extend the elbows a little bit while you do this. Do this as slowly as you need to. Okay, and switch sides. Or switch which leg is forward. Okay, move your ankles a little bit so it can be on the ground, off the ground. Move your wrist a little bit as well. Okay, move your fingers, move your toes. Oops. Okay, and lastly, just kind of tap or massage your body. So just the you can do front and back of your arms. Okay, shoulders. Run to the chest. Okay, the kind of the side of the ribs, kind of tummy area, other side of our low back. Just take it a little bit slow for this one. Be careful of your shoulders. Okay, and just kind of down the leg. Do is just sit it down if you feel comfortable, bending over. We spend a little more time around the knee area. Okay, so hopefully everyone is a little bit more warmed up. So I'm just going to take this off. Easy to see. Okay, so let's move the more individual joints now, starting from the neck as we usually do. Okay, so when it's just start off kind of looking up and down. Okay, so still do smaller motion first. If there's no pain, if you feel comfortable, you can see if you can go a little bit bigger in motion. Okay, and then we're going to go down a spine. Okay, so we're just going to tuck our chin down. Okay, and then bring our chest bone down a little bit further down. Shoulders will get a little more forward. Okay, and then just kind of opposite way, kind of chest up, and then chin up. So chin down, chest down, shoulder a little more forward, suck your stomach in slightly. Okay, you may bring your front, your hips a little more forward up. Okay, so you're rounding the spine slightly. Okay, and you're going to do the opposite. You're going to push your belly button forward, bring your chest up, and chin up. Okay, so we're kind of rolling the spine slightly forward in each segment. See if you can get it like a gentle curve throughout the entire spine. We're not putting in too much effort. Okay, just each part moves us a little bit. And back to the center. Okay, let's do a little bit side to side. Okay, we're going to combine the up and down as well, actually. So we're going to slightly look up and down. And while we're kind of nodding our head up and down, we're turning sideways a little bit. So you're trying to bring your chin closer to your collarbone and you're kind of moving across your chest. Okay, take this as slowly as you need to. I'll do even smaller motion if you feel like this makes you dizzy. But we're kind of gradually moving across the chest. So 1 or 2 times per side. If you hear a bit of sound, as long as there's no pain, it's okay. Okay, let's do a little bit of forward and back now. Okay, so we're going to put our wrist in front of our chest. Okay, and then our fingertip in front of our chin. So we're going to try to keep our chin in the same level as the fingers. Okay, so this will be looking up because they're not the same. My chin and my fingers are not the same level anymore. So I'm trying to keep it in the same level. Okay, we're going to press the head back and then kind of relax. Okay, so even as I'm pressing my head back, my chin and my finger is still in line. Okay, so I'm not looking up, I'm pressing my head backwards. Okay, so we're going to do the 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to hold it for 1 second, which we did. Okay, now we're going to hold it for 2, 1, 0. Okay, and relax. Okay, and 3 seconds this time. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, last time for 4 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so we're just practicing keeping everything in line. So we want to avoid this slouch forward posture. So shoulders on top of our hips and our head on top of our shoulders. Okay, this next one is a little bit harder. We're going to try a little bit. So we're going to do side bend first, and then we're going to do a little bit side to side. Okay, so we're going to just lift one ears up to the ceiling. Okay, and then we're going to try to press the shoulders down. So both sides kind of reach down your fingertips. Okay, holding for 1 second, 1, 0. Relax the shoulders a little bit. Okay, second time. Reaching up the ears, reaching down the fingertips. 2, 1, 0. Okay, and you can relax in between. This time for 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, last time for 4 seconds. Same idea. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, coming back, slowly come back, pause for a second if you need to. Okay, when we're ready, we can do the other side. Okay, so when you feel okay, you can tilt your head on the other side, still reaching upwards to the ears, and reaching downwards to the shoulders, holding for 1, 0. You can relax a little bit in between. Okay, second time. 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, last time. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, and once again, gently coming back. Okay, let's shrug our shoulders a few more times. This time, same as when we did before, but exaggerate the motion a little more. Okay, so draw as big of a circle as you feel comfortable. Okay, incorporating the spine. You can just relax your neck as well. So 3 to 5 times each direction, just bigger motion than before. Okay, so let's do the neck, okay, but more side to side to side. So this one's a little harder. We can just think of it doing it for fun. Okay, so we're gonna have fingertips just kind of beside our cheeks like this. Okay, and you're just going to try to shift your head a little bit side to side. I can't do this very well either, but is your head kind of press? Is it almost like a side press? Okay, so you're pressing your head sideways a little bit. Okay, so just do as much as you can. Don't worry if you have trouble. I can't do it very well either. Okay, and just relax in between. Okay, more of this spine. So we're gonna still reach up one elbow pit. Okay, and then reach down the other side. Okay, so we're breathing in. Try to breathe into the opposite side that you're bending. Okay, and relax. Okay, and once again, we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so second side. 2, 1, 0. So if you feel a little bit of stretch here, you can relax in between. 3, 2, 1, 0. Excuse me. Okay, and last time. 4. Sorry, still take a breath into this area. 3, 2, 1, 0. Like that. And same thing on the other side. When you're ready. Okay, so lifting one armpit up, one armpit down. Breathe into the ribs where you feel the stretches in. 1, 0. Relax in between. 2, 1, 0. Okay, remember you don't have to do this too hard. Just feel maybe a little bit of stretch here. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, last time for 4 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so next we're going to do the side press kind of with our entire spine instead of just the neck. So we're going to have the arms slightly up. Okay, our hips are going to stay in the same place. Okay, but you're going to shifting your upper body over your lower body. Okay, so you can think of keeping the arm in like a horizontal line and just a little bit of side pressing. So imagine you press something onto your side. Okay, I feel a little bit of stretch. A little bit lower this time. Good. Okay, and let's shake it off again. And let's go into a little bit of a circle next. Okay, so when you tuck our chin, so we just draw circles. You can think of draw circles of our nose, or you can draw circles of our chin. Okay, so we're going to bring our chin down. You can bring across our collarbone onto our shoulders. Okay, lift 1 ear up, 1 ear down. Okay, be gentle with this one. Okay, looking up and then go the other way. So pretty much drawing just a circle. So bring your chin closer to your collarbone again. back to the center, and just the same thing in the opposite direction. So take this one gently. Okay, and back to the center. Okay, do the same thing with our lower body a little bit. So we're gonna have cross our arms in front. We're gonna draw circles to the middle of the cross. Okay, you can think of where my watch is. Okay, so I'm gonna bring the middle of the X downwards. Okay, we bring the X over one leg. We're gonna tilt one shoulder down, lift one shoulder up. Kind of do a half circle over the top, bring in the middle of the X onto the ceiling. Okay, tilting over the other side. One shoulder is lifting up, one shoulder starts to drop down. Do a half circle down. Okay, and same thing our way. So we're just going to put the X over one foot, drop one shoulder, lift the other one. Bring the middle of the X towards the ceiling. Go towards the other way, start to drop one shoulder. Draw a half circle down. And back to the middle. Okay, so let's go on to a little bit lower. Okay, so when we have our thumb in the back, other fingers in front. Okay, so we're just going to tilt our pelvis forward and back a little bit. Okay, still small motions. So kind of stuck in the stomach in a little bit. Okay, and then kind of pushing a little more forward. So you can breathe out as you compress, breathe in as you expand. Okay, side to side a little bit. So you're trying to lift the one side of the pelvis up. You think of pushing down a little bit on the other side even. And you can alternate between the two sides. Okay, so you can feel your pelvis tilting side to side a little bit. Get a little harder to do. See if you can almost do a circle of your pelvis, like almost like a belly dance. Okay, just one or two times. Okay, and then we differentiate between moving our spine and moving our hips. Okay, so that was spinal movement. You're moving your pelvis. Now we're moving more our legs. Okay, so we're going to put our fingers from on top of our ribs. Okay, and then also the other fingers in front of your belly. Okay, so try to feel, don't feel anything here. So if you do the same thing as we just did, you should feel like there's some stuff moving underneath your fingers. Okay, we're going to try to avoid that. Okay, so we are just going to do folding forward and bending forward. Okay, and try to see if you can not feel any movement in your spine, okay, or just in front of your belly. Okay, so just feel stretch behind. There's your bend in your hips here. Okay, and we're just going to do a few times first where we push our butt back, feeling a stretch behind our leg. Okay, and we're going to do the 1, 2, 3, 4 again. Okay, so pressing back, we're holding for 1, 0, going back, and then 2 seconds, 2, 1, 0. Okay, 3 seconds next. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so slight amount of effort at the bottom where you feel maybe feel a little bit of a stretch behind your thighs. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, and coming back. Okay, let's go forward. So we're gonna have 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Feet may be a little bit wider for balance. Toes can be pointing out slightly. Okay, so this is my left side. Okay, I'm gonna press my left hip forward until I feel a stretch in front. Okay, if you, this one, it might be easier for something to hold on to. So I'm gonna grab. Whether you use it or not, it's up to you. Okay, so this is still my left side. Okay, so I'm pressing my left hip forward. I'm lifting my left arm up. And I'm reaching towards the right back corner. Okay, but I'm still pressing my left side forward. Okay, holding for 1, 0. Okay, still try to take a deep breath in as you reach up. Okay, so once again, left arm towards the right back corner while I'm pressing my entire left side count forward. 2, 1, 0. Okay, and then 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, last time for 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so far I feel a little bit stretched here, a little bit in front of the leg. When we are ready, you can switch sides to the other way, other leg. Okay, so still 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, feet just wide as you need to for balance. Toes pointing out slightly to get your heel on the ground. So if you're more flexible, you can keep it in mind as well, but usually we slightly tilt it out. Okay, so there's my right side. I'm going to press my right hip forward. I'm going to reach my right arm towards the left back corner. Okay, taking a deep breath in as I do so. Still driving my right side of my body forward. Okay, 1, 0. Come back. Okay, and 2 seconds. 2, 1, 0. Okay, 3 seconds next. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, last time for 4. Try to reach with your fingertips. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And coming back. Okay, let's shake things off. And so we're just going to go into a hip circle. Okay, try to push your hips out. Draw a bigger circle of your hips. So push it out to the side. Push it backwards. Push it off to the other side. Push it forward. Just relax your upper body as you do so. Just kind of let it hang heavy. You can switch directions if you want to. Okay, so it's not just moving upper body, it's trying to move your hips, draw your hips in a bigger circle all the way around. Okay, and shake things up. Okay, let's move the legs a little bit more. Okay, so we're gonna still maybe hang on to a chair. We are just going to swing your leg back and forth. Okay, maybe 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, and same leg, maybe just a little bit side to side. Okay, 5 to 10 seconds. And then we'll switch over to the other leg. So smaller motion first. When you feel comfortable, you can move it a little quicker, maybe a little bigger motion. Once again, maybe 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, when you're ready, side to side. Okay, and just shake it off a little bit. So next one, we're just going to try to open, actively open our body up. Okay, so instead of relying on momentum moving side to side or forward and back, or maybe using our other hand to help, we try to pull ourselves into position. Okay, so we're going to start off inwards. So we're trying to lift the leg up. Imagine you're scooping something up. Try to maintain a tall posture as you do so. You can lift the leg up, feel the muscles to the inside. We'll hold this for 1, 0. You can relax in between. Okay, so there's a little bit of effort at the end. You can gradually increase that effort. So try to imagine you're really trying to lift something up a little bit. Just be careful not to cramp up. 2, 1, 0. Okay, 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, last time for 4 seconds. Okay, so don't try too hard, but maybe just medium effort, at most 50% of your maximum effort. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so this is kind of similar to one where we sometimes you might see in a stretch where we kind of push a hip back like this to stretch the spot. We're just doing the kind of related motion where we try to pull ourselves into the same position. Okay, so let's switch sides, same idea. Okay, if you hit your problems on one side, feel free to skip it. Once again, you don't feel pressure to do everything. Okay, or you can also do light effort. So if it's painful, don't push too hard. Okay, but you're trying to lift the one leg up. You're feeling a little muscle here, so holding for 1, 0. Okay, take as long as you need to in between. Okay, and if you feel comfortable, if there's no pain, you can increase your effort by a little bit. 2, 1, 0. 3 seconds if you feel comfortable. 3, 2, 1, 0. And then 4 seconds. Okay, let's just keep control of the rest of your body. 4, 3, 2, 1. So inside the leg might feel a little bit tight. It's not something we do very often. Okay, so next one we're going to do, let's do forward first. Okay, so next one let's switch legs as well. So this one we are just going to keep our legs straight and we're going to lift the leg up. Okay, but we don't lift your leg up by kind of slouching forward. See if you can keep your spine kind of tall and you're just trying to lift your leg up as high as you feel comfortable, feeling the muscles in front of your hips. Holding for 1, 0. Coming back down. Adjust your face this side, it'll be easy to see. Okay, and same idea, keeping a tall spine, control over your rest of your body, only moving that leg. 2, 1, 0. Okay, so I'm not leaning forward, I'm not leaning back. Okay, just trying to move the leg I'm trying to move. Okay, and let's do the next one. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so there's a little bit of muscle training. Okay, so even mobility is not just kind of passively stretching a muscle, it's also trying to pull ourselves into position, be able to control our joints at what we call the end range, which is just the end of the highest we can lift, or to the side. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so this one, the stretching counterpart will be something like this, where we try to lean forward to stretch it back. We're just doing the opposite, where we're trying to pull ourselves upwards like this. Okay, so it's very similar position to this. Okay, but we're trying to train the muscles in front to be able to get our leg up. Okay, so let's, oops, I didn't move the chair. Okay, and let's do the other leg. Same idea, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's a little bit of muscle involved. 1, 0. Okay, second time. 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so once again, the goal is not to necessarily lift it very high, okay, but being in control of our joints. Just going to the end of our comfortable range. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, and shake things off again. Okay, so remember we need a little bit of challenge. Even when we're stretching or mobilizing our body, we want to have a little bit of effort. Okay, so let's give the hips a little bit of rest first. So we did 2 directions. We still have outwards and backwards, but let's switch to the arms. Kind of similar idea as the legs. Okay, so let's just open and close our arms, shoulders first. give yourself a hug. Try to, as you pull back, almost try to point your fingers backwards, straighten out your elbows by pressing over the two sides. You can, some people will feel a stretch in front of the entire chest. Okay, so slowly give yourself a bigger hug. Okay, and similar idea, we're gonna pull ourselves into position. Okay, so this is my right side. Okay, I'm gonna keep my elbow kind of straight. Okay, I'm gonna try to compress my arm into my chest. So I'm trying to have a smaller distance between my elbows and my opposite side. Okay, but I'm not bending I'm not trying to get my wrist towards it. I'm trying to get my elbow towards it. Okay, so I'm trying to keep facing forward. Imagine you have like a watermelon in front of your chest, and you try to keep it there by kind of crushing it. Okay, so hold for 1, 0, relax in between. So it's feel the muscles almost in front of your chest. So once again, we're not twisting or turning the body. I'm trying to keep a watermelon between my elbow and my chest. Okay, so second time, heavier watermelon, so it's slightly harder, holding for 2, 1, 0. Okay, and another way to think of it is that usually, you know how we usually do this kind of stretch where we use our arm to help us pull our arm into our chest. This time, imagine there's a imaginary hand trying to keep it there. Okay, so we're pulling ourselves into the stretch. Okay, so for a time, a little bit more effort. If you feel comfortable, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so you can stop in between. Okay, so once again, medium effort. Sometimes you can go very hard, but just take it easier. If you're new to this, or it's also because it's in the morning. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, shake your fingers off. Okay, let's do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so still, if you have a dot here in the front of your chest, dot here in front of your belly button, it should still always face forward, face the camera. Okay, if you start to turn, you can see how my chest is facing sideways now, so I'm trying to keep everything facing forward, but my arm is reaching into my chest. Okay, holding for 1, 0. Okay, second time. 2, 1, 0. Third time. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, last time. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, once again, you feel a little bit of effort in the muscle in front of the chest. Okay, so now we're going to do it backwards. So we're going to try to open the shoulders up. Okay, but before we do that, let's practice moving our shoulders. Okay, so let's have our arms forward. Okay, so we want to move the shoulder blade, which is the triangular bone in the back. Okay, so see if you can, just kind of for fun, see if you can move your shoulder blade, okay, but not the elbows. Okay, so if you look from the front, my arms are still in front. Okay, but my shoulder is moving. You should feel the motion in your upper back. Okay, if you want to, you can even hold the ball in front. Okay, so my shoulders is moving forward and back, and also should be able to move it up and down. Also, even in a circle. Okay, so that's kind of moving a shoulder blade and not the joint here. Okay, so we're moving the joint in the back, not here. Okay, so we can try to do the same thing, but with a little bit of weight, just the weight of our arms. So what we're going to do is that we're going to go into the hinge position, which is just kind of the one where we slide forward like this. Soften your knees a little bit this time. So instead of locking out your knees, bend it slightly. Okay, your shin should be facing up. First thing for us is that you should get your spine nice and long. So if you have a stick in your back, it should be like this. So move it this way. Okay, so this will be running on back. This is doing it too much. Okay, just your shoulder, your head, your ears is in line with your shoulders. Your shoulders is in line with your hips. Okay, so this position, palms facing forward, and we're just going to make a T shape, and we're just trying to reach out the arms and reaching back. Okay, so we're just going to open up this way to see if you can feel the motion in the back once again. Okay, so we're holding for 1, 0. Okay, top of the shoulders might do tight. If this is way too tense, drop your arms a little low, so make it an M shape instead. So you can have your elbows a little low, that will be a little more comfortable, but you should still feel your shoulder blade moving backwards as well. Okay, so 2, 1, 0. Okay, so put aside. And it's just squeezing my shoulders up, backwards, lifting the weight of the arms. 3, 2, 1, 0. Last one. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, and shake it up. So probably a little bit tense in the top of the shoulders. Hopefully feel a little bit of motion in the back. Let me just check the time. Okay. So we're going to go back to the legs now. So we're going to give our upper body a rest and going back to the legs. Okay, so we did kind of inwards, we did forward. Now we're going to go side and backwards. Okay, so still hold on the chair if you need to. Okay, so I'm going to lift the leg out to the side. Try to turn your toes a little more forward. So usually people lift it with the toes pointing kind of sideways up. That will engage the muscle in the front. We want to use more the side. So I'm turn the toes a little bit more forward. You can even go a little bit almost towards the floor if you want to. Okay, and we'll just hold here for 1, 0. Okay, and once again, kind of be conscious of what your rest of your body is doing. So we're not trying to lift it up by side bending so much. We're trying to use the muscle on the side of the hips. Okay, so kind of nice and tall. Okay, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so once again, don't worry about how high you're lifting. The goal is more, you can feel that you engage your muscles here, on even on both sides. And you just go into the kind of end of your comfortable range. Okay, just a little bit of effort. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, shake it off in between. Do a little dance. Okay, and last time for 4 seconds when you're ready. Okay, if you feel comfortable, you can even make this a little bit of a balance practice by just balancing on this leg. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, shaking off. Okay, so once again, don't worry about how high you're lifting. Just feel the effort. Make sure you have putting a little bit of effort in it. So even if you're here, but you feel it working, that's good. Okay, and once again, lifting sideways, toes pointing slightly more forward, holding for 1, 0. Okay. 2, 1, 0. Okay, you can make it hard by trying to figure out you're standing tall. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, relax in between. Okay, last time. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so feel the effort in both sides of the hips. Shake things off. Okay, last one, we're just going to go backwards. So this time, instead of toes pointing forward, we're trying to point it a little bit, maybe 45 degrees to the side. Okay, so that just helps engage the muscles in the side of the butt, the back of the butt instead of just the side. Okay, so we're going to kick it kind of backwards and be slightly diagonal. Okay, once again, I'm not trying to lift it up by bending forward so much. I'm trying to keep my upper body still. I'm trying to squeeze the muscle here, pulling the leg back, holding for 1, 0. Coming back. Okay, and 2, 1, 0. You can also, once again, make this a little bit of a balance practice by not holding on. If you feel comfortable, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, and last one for 4 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so this is usually feel effort in the muscle. This is a little bit of a even strength training or needs muscle training. And when we're ready, let's do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so turning our toes out slightly, kicking more or less backwards, slightly off to the side, holding for 1, 0. Okay, monitoring what we're doing the rest of the body. Feeling the squeeze in the back of the butt. 2, 1, 0. Shake things off in between. Okay, 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, 0. Last time for 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And relaxing in between. Okay, so we're going to finish off the hips by just drawing a circle next. Okay, so just touching all the directions we just did. Okay, so that's inwards, forward, sideways, and back. Okay, so shaking off a little bit first. Okay, so we're going to start from the inside to the forward. Okay, so still upper body relatively still. We're just trying to lift the inside of our foot up. Okay, bring our knee upwards. Be careful you're not slouching forward, so try to keep your upper body nice and tall. You can put your leg a little off to the side. Okay, bring your foot out, dropping the foot in the process. Okay, still trying to lift it up. Turn your foot back. Okay, start to bring your knee back. Squeeze the muscle in the side, squeeze the muscle in the back to kick the leg back. And then dropping the foot back there. Okay, just one more time in the opposite direction. Okay, so we're going to kick the leg backwards, bring our heel up in the process, lifting our knee up to the side, dropping the foot slowly while keeping the knee up. Bring the knee forward while trying to bring the foot up to the ceiling. Okay, and then back. There. Okay, so once again, can be a little challenging. Don't put in too much effort. It's a slight amount. Okay, we're going to shake things off. We're ready. We can do the same thing on the other hip. Okay, so once again, use support as necessary. Okay, and we're trying to go from the inside and forward first. Okay, so lifting the inside edge of our foot up. Once again, be conscious of what your upper body is doing. Start to lift it up by bringing your knee upwards towards our chest. Bring our knee out while dropping the foot down. Try to lift the knee up a little high if you feel comfortable. Once you feel lock, turn your foot. Start to press the foot back. Squeezing the hips muscle on the side and back. Bring in the knee close to center. And then back down. Take a breather and we're ready to do the opposite direction. Okay, so kicking the leg back, bringing the heel towards the ceiling, lifting our knee up to the side. When you reach your limit, drop the foot. See if you can lift your knee a little higher. Start to bring the knee forward while trying to bring the foot up towards the ceiling. And then back, down, and relax. Okay, shake things off. Okay, so that was a full hip circle. Okay, so I think we're about 5 minutes left. Let's finish off the shoulder. So we're missing kind of upwards and we're missing backwards. Okay, so let's do the backwards first. Okay, so we're going to turn our thumbs in a little bit in this time. Okay, and we're just going to reach back. Okay, so things to be careful of. We're not trying to slouch forward to bring hands back. Try to keep a relatively tall chest and just reaching backwards with our arms. If there's any pain in your shoulders, once again, don't move into pain. It just can be really slightly uncomfortable, but it should, if it's painful, just stop. Okay, holding for 1, 0. Coming back down. Okay, once again, my shoulder stays relatively in the same place, but I'm internally rotating or rotating my arm inwards while reaching back slightly. 2, 1, 0. Okay, monitor what your rest of the body is doing. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, if there's no pain, if there's no discomfort, you can add a little bit more effort. Okay, but once again, no pain. 4, 3, 2, 1. And shift this off. Okay, so we're reaching towards the end of our motion because that's where we lose our motion. So we don't have, when we get older, we don't have trouble doing things here. We're trouble doing things out all the way around and backwards. Okay, so those are the areas that we have to practice doing more. Okay, let's do upwards next. So this one, when you get into the same position as the hinge we did, so still maybe not as deep this time, so just a slight bend forward. Okay, so you still may look a couple feet in front of you. Okay, we try to lift both arms up. Try to get our hands in line with our shoulders and hips. Okay, holding for 1, 0. Okay, be careful. So we're leaning forward so that we're minimizing doing this. Okay, so we're not trying to do this where we're trying to arch it back, and you can see my shoulder is not really in line with my body. I'm just trying to keep my body in line and get my arm more or less in a straight line, a straighter line, in line my shoulders and hips. Okay, so 2, 1, 0. Okay, so relax in between. So probably some effort in the shoulder area. Okay, if you need to, you can open out your arms a little bit more. It's a little more challenge if your hands are together. So this will be easier. Okay, so let's try 3 seconds. Okay, so I'm gonna face this way this time. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, relax in between. Okay, and we're not trying to, once again, we're not trying to bring our hands overhead. We're trying to bring our elbows in line with our body. Okay, so last time. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so top of the shoulders might be a little bit tight, a little bit sore. Okay, and we're just going to finish off with the arm circle. Okay, so same idea as we did in hips. We're just reaching inwards, upwards, sideways, and back. Okay, so when I start off, kind of pressing, going back. Okay, so we're trying to imagine push something back, or you can imagine someone handing you something behind you and you have to reach for it. When you feel the lock, a soft lock in the shoulders, start to turn your thumb to the side and up. Okay, still watch, trying to reach back. Start to rotate your thumb back, still reaching backwards. Try to get your arm in line with yours. Okay, try to get your upper arm to be close to your nose. Squeeze your arm into your chest. So once again, we're not turning the upper body. We're trying to squeeze the arm or compress the arm into our chest. Okay, and reaching downwards, dropping your shoulders down a little bit. Okay, and we'll do the same thing, just the opposite direction. Okay, so we're trying to reach inwards, compress my arm into my chest, get my upper arm closer to my nose, get my upper arm beside my ear, in line of the body, or more in line. Start to reach back. My thumb starts to rotate forward and then reach behind you like someone's telling you over something, reaching downwards. Okay, and relax in between. Okay, and we'll do the same thing on the side, just make sure I don't hit anything on this side. Okay, so let's do the same thing on our other side. Okay, so still dropping the shoulders down slightly. Okay, once again, don't put too much effort, medium effort at most. If there's any pain, please stop. Okay, so reaching back. Okay, so from the side, something like this. Okay, my thumbs start to rotate out while I reach, still reaching backwards. The idea there, my chest will be a little more forward. Start to rotate up. Thumb is facing backwards. My shoulders, I'm trying to keep my shoulder in line with my ears. Upper arm into my nose. Squeezing my arm into my chest. And back down. Okay, so we are focusing on the end of the motion. So it's a very last bit that we want to put a little bit of effort in. Okay, so try to build a little bit of effort so your arm is really beside you. Reaching back, thumb rotates down. Reaching backwards as I do so. And dropping my shoulders down. Okay, so we're almost out of time, so let's shake out the rest of the body. Okay, so let's just do a simple elbow circle of the shoulders. Okay, once again, wrist circle again. Maybe have a little more of a fist, make a little more of a fist this time, feeling maybe a little more of a stretch in the back of the hand. Okay, each finger just go a little bit of a circle. Okay, ring finger and pinky can kind of move at the same time. Okay, wiggle our fingers. Okay, and same from the toes. Maybe just kind of wiggle our toes, scratch the floor, lift the toes off the floor. If you can, see you can spread your toes apart. Okay, and maybe just move our ankles one last time. Knees. Okay, we shift your waist side to side a little bit, tilting our ankles side to side. Okay, and just try me one more time, just front to back, just rocking on our foot. And shaking out. Okay, let's take just a couple of deep breaths in. Okay, so we were probably a little tense when we did all the compression stuff. Okay, so let's just try to relax our shoulders, relax our body. Try to take a couple of deep breaths in. Okay, feel the air moving into our belly. Shoulders is going to rise a little bit as you take a deep breath in. Okay, but try to feel this part move first. Okay, notice where you might be still holding a little bit of tension. See if you can let go of those areas. Slow down your breathing a little bit. Okay, so that's all the time we have for today. So thank you for coming, everyone. I'm still going to be around if you have any questions. Otherwise, I'll see everyone next time. No problem. Goodbye.